Hey there, half-asters! We're coming to you once again from the Florida RV Supershow in Tampa, and today we're going to be looking at some very neat vans. We've shown you rugged Class B vans before, but we have never seen this brand, and this is called remote vans. They've got 3 different models here at the show, and we're going to be taking you through each one of them. They're pretty much the same kind of setup, although each one has
unique features.
Yes, they add features as they go up. So we're going to be showing you the base model, then the mid-range model, and then finishing off with the Mac Daddy. Now these are really neat looking.
Yeah.
They caught our eye as we were walking by.
We had to do them.
Yeah. They're in like competition with, say, the Revel and the Storyteller Overland and the Tiffin GH1.
Right.
So we're excited to see them.
Yep.
So without further ado, let's go.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan.
And we are the Half-Ass Travelers.
We're here with Jonathan from Remote Vans, and he's going to give us a little bit of insight of what makes these vans so special and so different than many of the others.
Yeah.
Take it away, Jonathan.
Awesome. So welcome in. Appreciate you coming. First and foremost, I think it's part of the story, right? These remote vans were built by a couple founders with 2 different perspectives. One, technology driven, the other really rugged, that led rally races through Africa. So you've got the durability and the ruggedness that's designed into it to be able to handle the abuse of an adventure van sort of environment. And then you've got the Starlink Pro, tons of lithium ion battery power, inverters, everything you need to be able to work remote is also.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, the build quality is phenomenal. The layout is very open and spacious. And we believe we built one of the best adventure vans in the market.
Now, are all these adventure vans lithium powered, or is there like a customization process, or is this how does that work?
Yeah, so the company started as custom build, but we've moved into a production environment now. So we're still, we distribute through dealers nationwide. It's full lithium ion power, 16.8 kilowatts of lithionics. We use Victron components, and we pair that with a true 48 volt pneumatic air conditioner. It's the most energy efficient air conditioner in the industry. And what's awesome is that's going to give you multiple days of use before you crank your engine, that secondary alternator kicks in, and you begin charging that lithium battery.
Great. We're really excited to take a look at these vans, and we're going to take you with us, so stay tuned. The first unit from Remote Vans we're going to be looking at is the 2025 Friday. That's it. That's the model number, Friday. This is not a model number. You're going to see this number on the side of these vans, and what that number is, that denotes the number of the build. So this is the 93rd van of this type that rolled off the assembly line. And there's a whole community of those who are in these remote vans, and they identify themselves by the number van that they are. Hey, my name's Dan, I'm in number 93, that sort of thing. And that's kind of cool that they build that community. It's just very interesting. All right, enough about that. Let's look at the van itself. You'll see that this is built on the Mercedes 2500 all-wheel drive chassis. You see they've got some beefy tires, really nice rims. We love a good black rim, especially when it contrasts with the color of the rest of the van. Now you'll see that they don't go overboard with the graphic design on these vans. Kind of a single color up top, and then you've got this nice kind of pattern down here below the door. And then the black of this strip runs the entire length of the van. So it's a really neat, kind of pops, right, hon? I know we say that a lot, that it pops. We love it. Anytime we see a contrast like that, we say it pops. So it definitely pops. It is a meaty looking, beefy looking van. Reminds us of the Revel, reminds us of the Storyteller, and not so much the GH1, but more the Storyteller, I think. You can see they actually do use a running board. I think we recognize this. I think Storyteller's also using this particular running board because it's awesome looking. We love it. Let's start on the outside. We'll talk about this. This is a feature that we've seen in a lot of these vans. I think this is pretty much standard to have this table. You see, this is actually wood grain, and they use a lot of bamboo in these builds. You're going to see it here. You're also going to see it all over the sinks. It's got the strap here holding it. Maximum load capacity is 10 pounds, but that is plenty of capacity for what you're going to be using this for, and that's basically transitioning stuff from the inside out, and when you're hanging out outside, maybe setting a drink on it or some food. So it's perfect there. Very nicely done. There's a little bit of a storage compartment up underneath. There you go. And we're going to go inside. You want to go around first? Let's go around. Okay. All right. So you're going to see that this is not an automatic door. It's a manual door. We are fine with that. One less thing to break. All right. And you can see the badging here, the remote vans, the Friday. These are stickers put on here, but they're very nicely designed. And also you've got the awning over top. Also, you've got a cargo rack up on the top as well. Dual 120 volt plugs here on the side. Coming around the back. Now let's talk about the back. We're going to be going in just a few minutes, but let's talk about what's back here, and then we can talk about it from the other side as well. On this side, they've got the largest freshwater tank in this class of Class B. It also has that feature that we've seen on the Storyteller as well, where there's a siphon fill for the freshwater tank. So if you're carrying around a water container, you can use the siphon feature to fill your fresh tank without needing a threaded connection or a hose connection. You can fill it from the tank. Over here on this side, this is all the power. This is where the lithium batteries and all of the inverters and all the systems for power are on this side. You're going to see the bed here, and we'll take a look at it when we go on the inside, but there's a few differences between this bed and some of the other vans in this class. This bed does fold up out of the way, but you'll see there's no legs here. A lot of the other vans have a leg system here that has to hold the bed up. This doesn't require that because of the system they have holding it up. So that leaves you a lot more versatility. You can leave more things in here where they're not getting in the way of what you're storing in the garage. All right, and also they've got the tie downs. We mentioned those as well. All of your systems, freshwater systems, right where you need it, right at the back doors. And you see these, we've seen these before. This is an insulated cover for the windows. Now you may not think that makes such a big difference, but it really does, because a lot of the heat and cold transfer comes through the windows. So it's really nice that they do that. You see it's just a really simple magnetic system, just holds it right in place. Very simple. All right, let's go around the driver's side. You see on the back of the door, they've got this spare tire mount. Now that's a great feature, especially if you're going to be out off-roading, because you're going to be running in places where you might run the risk of losing a tire. So it's good to have that extra. You see they've got the body comes out similar to the Revel and the Storyteller. That's pretty much standard, but they do have this ladder, and it's substantial, that takes you up to the luggage rack on top, or actually the storage rack on top. In fact, I think I'm going to take you up there and show you what's up. So let me go up a couple rungs, and then Rose can hand me the camera, and I'll show you what's up there. There you go. Here's all the systems you got. That looks like a Starlink. I see an AC unit, I see a max fan, and I see a lot of storage space, as well as 2 solar panels. There you go, Rose. And if I can get up this ladder, anybody can get up this ladder. Very simple. As we go further, I skipped something. I skipped a, what is this?
Water connection.
Oh yeah, fresh, okay. It says it right there. Thanks, Rose. Rose can read this morning. I'm having a few troubles. And then we've also got, come here you. This is the plug for your umbilical shore power. There's a exhaust for your heater and a tiny little running board on here. I guess there's no purpose of having the running board run further back, but it does have this bar that runs further back, and that's going to protect the paint from brush or whatever it is you might be rolling over. And then Rose is pointing out the wastewater holding tank and gate valve are up underneath on the driver's side. Beautiful. Very simplistic. All right, let's go inside. This van is very handy if you happen to be on a dark mission, by the way. Just thought I'd mention that. All right, let's go on inside. They've got this little step here that's a help, but I don't think it's really necessary because it's not a big step to come on in. All right, I'm going to sit here on this. These remote vans have this seating system, the Valhalla seat, okay, patent pending. All right, now you've seen the Groove Lounger in the Storyteller Overland that I say adjusts to 50 million positions. Well, this Valhalla seat is a little bit different than that. This adjusts to 3 positions. In this van, it is in the position of the bed. The other 2 vans we're going to be looking at will be in the other 2 positions. So we're going to have the ability to show you all 3. But it's a very soft leather, and as far as beds go, it's not the widest. It definitely can sleep 1 person. They sell accessories where you can put across the front seats of the Mercedes, and you could sleep another person there if you wanted to, as well as the bed in the back. So you can sleep 4 in this van. It's going to be a little, take a little jockeying around, a positioning of kind of aftermarket products to do that, but it is perfectly capable of doing that. Look, what do you think of the floor, Rose?
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like a wood grain, really nice. I like the texture. It's got this nice refrigerator. Now it's not the largest. It does have a freezer compartment up in the top, but this is not made for storing a lot of food. You're going to be needing to find other options for that, but you've got plenty of room in the back for a cooler. One of those electric coolers would be great, those Yetis or whatever. So it's not the end of the world that it doesn't have the largest refrigerator. You can customize as needed. Here's some controls for the lights, main light controls, and the rear spotlights right inside on the pedestal. And let's talk about the Mercedes chassis. Like I mentioned before, this is the 2500 standard Mercedes chassis. Really nice leather seats. This is the base model. It has just the standard seats. And everything is where it usually is in a Mercedes. You've got your big screen, you've got your dashboard place for your phones, your visors, and a little bit of storage over each visor. You've also got this system here. Now, this is a clamp that you can customize things and stick them up there. So they sell aftermarket products that are more storage options that can post underneath. And also up on top, you've got this pretty substantial shelf. Now, there is the table here, and you see it's bamboo table. It is a Lagoon table, but we have never seen that finish, I think, on the Lagoon tables. Usually we see either white, some kind of composite material. So you've got the seat over here. You got your kitchen pedestal over here. Here's some more bamboo I was talking about. Nice sink. It's fairly deep. It's not the widest, not the deepest. It's square, and it doesn't have the highest faucet, but it will do the job. This is a Torva faucet. Got the microwave up top, large enough for a dish, and a personal size pizza. 120 volt here. You got your water pump, hot water recirculation, and sink drain here, as well as some controls for the lighting on a touchscreen. And then we like these locking drawers, okay? This is, as you can see, dovetail joints. It has a locking mechanism for the drawer. So it's real wood. So this is kind of what we would expect and what we would ask for in a build. It's a very sturdy cabinet. And also, you may have noticed, there's your induction cooktop. Goes right up here, plugs right into the plug, and there you go. You've got your cooktop, and when you're not using it, it stores out of the way. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And you've got 4 of these drawers here. Like I said, all locking. All composite materials, and that's metals. I know I said it looks like wood, but these are all really composite materials, so not wood. I misspoke. Up underneath where I'm sitting, there is, I can't get to it right now. I'm going to show you that in the next unit. What this is the shower. All right. Not going to show it to you here because I don't want to be taking the bed apart, but we are going to show you in the next unit. So stay tuned on that. On the other side of the van, you've got your main power switch as well as your controllers for everything. Now these vans have a dual zone heating, the front and the back. So you can choose to heat just the front, just the back. It's a good feature. It's not the largest of vans, but it's a good feature because it will help you save energy. And that's key when you're running off of lithium power in the middle of nowhere. Now look at those hinges. Wow, those are substantial. Locking, carpeted, padded, and carpeted even on the bottom. So when you're jostling down the road, going off-road, and the van is going side to side, you're not breaking anything. Now this one is not padded, but this is a system for the shower, which I'm going to show you later. So that's a kind of a dual purpose cabinet. And then you've got these 2 cabinets in the back, and these are all padded and carpeted as well, with the sturdy, substantial hinges. and the locking clasps. And on the other side, same thing, same system, dual cabinets. Above us, we've got and again, we've got the fan here, but look at this. They've got this kind of thermal blanket that goes over the fan, and that is huge because it really helps to keep the cold out and the heat, okay, or the cold in, depending on whether or not you're trying to cool or heat the unit. Okay, thank you, Rose. I keep fumbling things. You know what, I'll put that there for right now and continue on. All right, let's talk about this bed. I'm gonna hop on here very carefully. Okay, holds my weight. Let's see. All right, we've seen this before. Very similar to the bed in the Revel, very similar to the bed in the Overlander. Well, not so much the Revel comes down from the ceiling, but the Overlander especially. Plenty of space, a little claustrophobic here with this over your head, but it does have the window here, so that kind of takes away from some of that feeling. You've got your vents here for the nomadic AC. Like these light strips in the ceiling, that's a beautiful feature, and the ceiling is padded, so it's a really nice texture. In the back, you've got a bug screen. That's a zipper down screen, and then when you're not using the bed, it folds up out of the way. I'm just going to push this up here for now and just show you how much space you have for storing those e-bikes or regular bikes or whatever it is you're going to be hauling into the wilderness. Overall, it's very similar to a lot of the units we've seen, but I can tell you the quality in here is beautiful. You'll see that the cabinets are all attached using, I don't think you can see it in here, I'll show you in some of the others, but they are attached using a clamp system that's similar to the storage system on the floor there. Track system, so it's very customizable. You can remove cabinets that you don't want in certain places, so that's a great feature. Yeah, the quality of the cabinets is, I think, what makes this unit stand out above a lot of the others. I mean, the texture on the walls, this is all very sturdy carpet material. You can see you got the triple window here. That's nice with the two awnings in the bottom. And also you've got outlets, 120 outlets, and either cigarette lighter plug right where you would need it. So a great design. What are we looking at here, hon? Oh yeah. Okay, so this is again going to show you for the shower. This is more controllers we're going to show you in the next unit. Okay, let's take a look at the next level up. The next unit we're going to be looking at is the 2025 Oasis. Now this is a step up of one level from the Friday. The Oasis is made with more of for somebody who wants to maybe boondock a little bit longer, go out into the wilderness with a little more peace of mind, because this unit has a beefed up brush guard in the front we're going to show you in a few minutes. It's also got a dual air compressor system. So if you need to air up or deflate the tires when you're going rock crawling or wherever it is you're going, you can do that as well. It's also got an upgraded fuel tank. It goes from the regular 26-gallon tank to a 45-gallon fuel tank, and that's huge. It's also got a few other accessories around it that we're going to show you, and well, let's just show you now. As far as the styling goes, this is number 84 of production. So again, really nice as far as the community goes to know you're being given a number. It's got the same Girard awning at the top. Everything on the roof looks pretty much the same. It's got the zipper down bug screen, which was on the other unit as well as this fold down table and the storage up underneath. So no big changes there. Let's show you these graphics with the door closed, because I think I'm digging the blue and gray. Now I said that one pops. This one really pops. I love that blue mixed in there. Rose, you like it? Matches your shirt. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and just the contrast here. It's got the beefier suspension. You can sort of see it. It's got the aggressive tires and rims. It's just beautiful. It looks like a beast. It's also got that same running board here and brush guard. Let's go to the back, because you're going to already be able to see one of the additions here. You've got a huge storage container on the back. Plenty of storage here, and you see what they're putting in here. Here's all your hoses for your air compressor system, but you can store whatever you want in here. They're just using it for that. This is an owl system, and it's mounted on this rack, and it's customizable and adjustable. You can also add accessories. And then on the other side, on the other door, same setup with the spare tire. So that's the same. Look at the colors in here. All right, we're gonna take a sneak peek inside, why not? It does have the same system here. This is the water storage and the electric. It's just, they've changed the colors and it really pops. Same bed back here and tie-down systems. Not many changes here. It does have this, I don't know if we mentioned it in the last one, it does have this step here. Makes it a little bit easier to access everything that you're storing in the bed, as well as the trailer hitch connections. Let's come around the side. It looks pretty much the same. You got your freshwater connection, your roof access ladder, your venting for your heater, and the shore connection, shore power connection, as well as that same running board. But as we go around front, you're gonna see the beefed up brush guard right here. And you also got the light system up on the top. So yeah, there's a few extra things here that are gonna help you if you're gonna be taking this off-road. Let's go see what's different on the inside other than the color. All right, looks pretty similar here, except for the Valhalla seat for this one is now in the upright position for travel. All right, it has the seat belts, 2 seat belts here. There is no way to separate these seats, so they are kind of tight. If 2 adults are going to be riding back here, it's going to be a little tight. You can see I'm a little more than halfway over the center. Yeah, you know, those cruises, they get me every time. But yeah, this is what the seat looks like in the travel position. The Mercedes cockpit is identical to the other cockpit, same seats, the same leather. It's also got the badging overhead and the same storage compartment up overhead. It looks pretty similar inside. The kitchen's the same. And other than the color, the blue color, it's looking pretty much similar to the Friday. It's also, yeah, it's got the padded ceiling as well as the vent. Now, I said I was going to show you the shower. I'm going to show you the shower. Now, this cabinet, the reason it doesn't have the padding that the other ones do is because this is how the cabinet goes together. If you're going to use the shower, or when you're going to use the shower, you're just going to pull this flap down. You're going to open this, all right? Right down here is where you house your shower. You just flip this right up. And it's similar to the Storyteller, but I like this system a lot better, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. You take this, you slide it into the grooves right there, and look at this. It's ribbed so that the shower curtain holds its shape. So when you get inside, you don't have to worry about the shower curtain sticking to you. It's the rib design, keeps it off of your body, makes it a lot easier to shower. All the water runs into the pan down there. Now, on the Storyteller, when you're done with the shower, you roll it up and it goes into the cabinet, if you remember from our previous video. Not with this one. When you're done showering, it's modular. You can just take this whole thing outside and dry it. Or B, you just take it, all the water stays inside, you just drop it down in here, and then you close it up. And for those of you who also saw the Storyteller video and then are wondering where the toilet is, all right, that is also where the portable cassette toilet would go. You store it right in there. When you're using the shower, you take it right out. This is an ingenious system. It's a little bit, I think, an upgrade to what Storyteller's using, just because everything goes down instead of bringing that water up into here. As far as the shower head and everything, here's the controls here. It's got a quick connect for the shower head. It goes right into the shower. It's a great design. We're really digging it. Everything else back here appears to be the same other than the color. Love this blue. You don't see a lot of blue in the RVs. I don't know why. It's beautiful. It kind of looks more futuristic. All right, so this is the medium range van. Now we're gonna go take a look at the Mac Daddy. Last but not least, we have the Mac Daddy, the creme de la creme. This is the 2025 Aegis. This has everything we saw on the previous 2 models and then some. This has a beefed up suspension with struts, and also it's got skid plates underneath the front and rear and over the differential. All of these things help with the off-road capabilities of this unit. It also has additional lighting systems, and it's got some upgraded seats in the front, which we're going to show you in just a minute. We're going to take a quick look at the outside because wow. Now we thought the blue looked good. I don't know. This one has a red theme. What do you think, Rose?
Burgundy. I love it.
Hang on, I'm going to close this door so you can get the full impact. By the way, this is number 89 off the production line. Look at how the texture, the others just kept that regular texture. This incorporates the red into it. Wow, that looks nice. I love this color. I think I'm a little partial to the blue, but this is a close second. This is just gorgeous. And you see the design is a little more, goes all the way up to the back. Almost like, what was that van? The A-Team van had that stripe up the back. It's reminiscent of that. We've also got the awning overhead. And look at these, I love a good black rim. All black rims, just, they look great. It's got these BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. And it's also got, what is that?
Good question.
I don't know, it's a locking compartment. We're gonna tell you what that is in just a second. All right, as if by magic, we've discovered what that is. All right, this is a lockable locker for storage, sewer hoses, other kind of hoses, whatever you need. Maybe the hoses for the air compressor system, which this unit has as well. You've also got a couple of 120 plugs on the rear. Let's go around back, because this unit also has that storage locker on the back on the OWL system. Now you won't see the step back here. This one has a little bit, that's a metal bumper, that's an upgrade. And then look at the red. All right, the other one had the blue, this one's got the red. Beautiful, wow, great interior. You'll recognize the water systems here, the power systems over there, the same bed, and you can see the red accents on the cabinets. Very similar to the other vans we looked at. Very beautiful. Continuing around, again, the spare tire, this time with the big black rim, love it. Here's that storage right up under here as well. Your freshwater connection, your vent for your heater, and the umbilical for the shore power. And it's got the same running board. Let's take a look at the front end. Wow.
On the top. It looks pretty cool.
Wow. Now look, this is a remote van, so I feel like I should be in here going, look, we found a remote van in the wild. We found a remote van in the wild. Don't scare it. It might go running off. All right, can you tell I just got back from Australia? All right, we have lights in the grill. We have that light bar across the top, which is similar to the other. You've got the upgraded brush guard, but you've also got some additional lighting up here for all of your off-road needs. And you've also got your air compressor quick connect up here on the bumper as well. All right, let's go inside. You know, Jonathan mentioned that the owners of the company had been involved with rally racing, and the suspension upgrades just totally bear that out, because it does have the 4.3 plus suspension system, as well as rally struts, Baja brackets, heavy duty Opti leaf springs, and high performance bump stops. All right, so it's got all of the things you're gonna need to go out there in the desert or in the wherever you're going. It's going to be able to handle those off-road trails. What do you think the color is going to be behind this table? If I were a betting man, I'd say red. There we go. That's very red. I like the blue. Again, red second place. Second place on the red. Same storage under here. Okay, so we got the same as what we had in the other unit. Same awning and the same brush guards. Now, the Valhalla seat is now in the third position. All right, this is more of the livable position that you'd be using during the day when you're hanging out with friends, and they've got the seats reversed to show you what this would look like if you're going to be hanging out with friends. They've got the Lagoon table deployed, nice bamboo table, and it's movable to many different positions. We love our Lagoon table, but I wish we had a top like this, because this is just beautiful. And also, I mentioned the seats having a different texture on them. Look at these seats, and it's got the red stitching to match the red van, as well as the badging on the headrest with the standard badging above your heads. Wow. And that's a soft leather. Let me test the comfort, hon. Let me test it out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I could probably drive what, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11 hours in this. Even on the trail, it's got these on the side to hold you in the seat. That is so important when you're going down a rocky path where you're doing, the van is doing this and you're trying to stay in your seat. That is a huge, a lot of people overlook that feature, but it's huge that it keeps you glued to your seat. So we like this position. He's got plenty of room here, a little short on the leg room for whoever's here. You see, I put my legs up by instinct, but you could sit there with your legs down and then play cards or hang out, have conversations. I'm sorry?
Is that a recliner?
No, this is the seat. This turns into a bed. Remember in the first van, this comes up and turns into the bed. No, it's not a recliner. Wouldn't that be cool? Little recliner, put your feet up, and yeah, that would be awesome. All right, going back and looking in the rear, everything else seems pretty much the same. It's got that same shower system. Okay, and this is how it locks. Oh, and here it is with the toilet. We mentioned that you could put a portable toilet. Well, this has everything in it. So that's what it would look like with the toilet in place and the shower. Now look at the shower's even red. The other one was blue. This one's got the red. Man, they think of everything. Jonathan mentioned that they used to do these as custom builds, and now they're building them in production. And you can tell a lot of these custom details, like look at the side of the Valhalla chair, these little wood textures. They're just very much like a custom unit. But now, like I said, they're doing production. Love these cabinets, like the red. I don't know what else to say. I know I've said beautiful and nice and rugged a million times, but I don't know how else to describe it. These cabinets are sturdy. They also have the padding. This thing is made for going off-road and keeping all of your stuff safe and keeping you safe. It's got plenty of lighting on the outside, brush guards, keeping the scratches from the paint. You wouldn't want to sacrifice this beautiful paint job. It's almost too beautiful to take outside. You know, you'd be trying to go around these trees and stuff because you don't want to scratch the paint up. So I can see that as being the only downfall. I love the Revel. That's always been one of my favorites. You know that. You know, the only reason we don't have one is because we needed a little bit more space. I can tell you that this whole system beats the Revel hands down. Now, just keep this in mind. This is the Mac Daddy. You are going to pay a premium for all of these extra features that they're adding, yeah, and all that extra functionality. But you know, that's just what this is. And this market, these B vans, these rugged B vans are not cheap. They're not inexpensive. But I'm telling you right now, you're getting what you pay for in this brand. It's really high quality. We had never heard of remote vans before. I tell you what, they are going to be a contender. They are going to be big. So keep your eye on them. You're going to be seeing a lot of these on the road, I think. Well, we hope you enjoyed that look at these 3 remote vans. Again, we are enamored with this brand. Yeah. Keep your eye out because this is going to be a big brand. They're going to be out. You're going to see a lot of these vans on the road. Once people find out about these things and come and take a look, I mean, there are so many features here for the off-road enthusiast. If you're not looking at this brand, you're missing out. So definitely you want to check these out if you ever see them at the show or if you can find them around where you're located. So if you enjoyed this video, we hope you'll consider leaving us a thumbs up because it helps the YouTube algorithm. Also, we would love if you would consider subscribing. And if you do, make sure you ring that bell for notifications so you'll be told every time we put out a new video. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Yep. And Rose, how about an off-road donkey kick? Come on, just for the off-roaders, do it. There we go. I knew I could get her to do it. We'll see you in the next video.